Sigh. Hey, Media Misfits here.
Hello. It's me again.
Yep, it's Jeremy here. And Luke.
Yeah.
So, today, we got to go check out the Madoka. Well, the Madoka premiere. Puella Magi Madoka Magica.
Yes, the U.S. premiere of the third Madoka Magica movie, Rebellion. Which in terms of story is the only movie that matters, because it's the only one that moves the plot forward beyond the TV series.
Yep. For sure. Well,
I was saying it all the time, and they lead up to this. The first two were basically like death and rebirth of the Evangelion movies. And this one was like end of Evangelion. Little did I know how right I was.
Well, we can't. It's kind of hard to give you a real synopsis of what's going on in Rebellion, but I'll just say that I think I can say that Homura gets stuck in her own, like, her mind is a prison kind of thing, and Cube does is doing some shenanigans,
He's up to no good, as usual.
Yep. And this let me say that you can come out of this movie with a whole bunch of different feelings, I guess,
A mess of mixed feelings.
A mess of mixed feelings.
That's about how I've come out of it.
Because there is so much crap going on. And let me do note that this has been, cited by the Guru Butcher himself, Gen Urobuchi, who is known for Fate Zero, Fate Zero, Madoka Magica, Sayano Uta. Basically, all these, he's a pretty twisted guy. Oh yeah, Gargantua. He also did Gargantua.
Uh-huh.
And so
you definitely see more of that twistedness
here in this movie
than I feel you do in the series, because the series took you through a lot of dark, twisted things, but at the end, it came back.
Yeah.
At the end, it sort of rebounds from that.
Yeah.
At least that was my take on it.
Like, my POV from this movie today that we watched, I did note the mixed feelings, but I really feel like they put a crap load of themes in here. I mean, it could be a good thing, but then for the most part,
there's a question of is it too cluttered?
Yeah. And I don't know. I think what do you think? Is it too cluttered, or is it the composition, just meeting expectations?
The way I saw it was, my general opinion of this movie was, as I was watching it, I sort of had the opinion that it felt more like an after story than anything. Because the TV show was so self-contained, so well written, so well paced, and everything was basically tied up within itself by the end of it. This felt more like an after story, and many of the themes that we saw in the series itself, for the most part, do not come back here. There are a couple, and character arcs kind of continue here. Some more naturally than others.
Yeah, I can totally agree with that.
But for the most part, it did feel like an add-on.
Yeah. DLC.
Yeah, not necessary. So not necessarily necessary. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the question on my mind was: is this a story that needed to be told? And I don't know. I honestly do not know. I'm not sure how to feel about it. like I said, I am a mess of mixed feelings right now. After seeing it, there was a part of me that wanted to scream betrayal at the top of my lungs. Yet there was also a part of me that thought it was really good. That the way it was put together was excellent. That so many of the elements that went into it were excellent. How terrific the animation was, how terrific the music was.
Yes.
All those things put together. And how obviously they put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah.
Yet, at the same time, I wonder if the final product was worth it.
Was worth it, yeah. Like, I can totally agree with you. The animation is superb, and like, I don't know, it could like we said earlier, it clutter or probably one of the more intelligent compositions out there, because I feel like this is more of a thinking movie, you know, and it's like if you've seen a movie like we saw it in TOK. It's called Waking Life, and I kind of mentioned it to Luke earlier, but then I feel like there are like so many different things, and it's so conceptual, both in terms of their dialogue and their animation, that it makes your mind go, what the fuck happened? And you're going to need to like watch this a few more times in order, well, at least try to understand it, you know?
God. And that's why it's like Evangelion.
Yeah, and
that's why this to me is End of Evangelion, because that movie, the first time I saw it, it made no fucking sense. No, I know. It didn't make no fucking sense. It made some sense. It was only after I watched it a couple more times, I watched it again, that I got an idea of everything that was going on. But at least in there, I was grounded most of the time. Here, I kind of felt lost a few times, which is something that the TV series never did. The TV series had had themes in it. It had a lot of things going on. It had a lot of great character arcs, great everything in it. I call it one of my favorite animes of all time, in fact, because I think it's just so well constructed and so beautifully self-contained.
But then I really don't think that you can like really compare those two, you know. It, like you said, it is an add-on, but then like I feel like it could be good standing alone. I mean, sure, you can have the original series as like a background kind of thing going on, but then having this stand alone, like say I haven't watched the original show at all, and I come into this theater blind, you know,
no, at the beginning you'd be less lost.
You'd be less lost.
I'll just say right this: if you go into this movie knowing nothing about anything Madoka Magica related, the beginning of the movie will leave you less lost than if you know the entire series. It left me lost with Power Rangers and cake
Power Rangers, yes.
Power Rangers and cake songs.
Oh yeah, they totally delivered like the whole essence of the magical girl stuff. But then of course it still has, of course, it emanates through the whole movie, the dark side of things, and
it was that dark side of things that made me watch the series.
Yeah, but
But
maybe
at the
it was
same time,
too.
I never felt it strayed too far from it. I felt it rebounded enough.
Yeah, right. Today here, it's kind of like very convoluted in terms of their darkness, because like we did a Q&A. Well, we didn't do the Q&A. Well,
there
whatever.
was a Q&A.
There was a Q&A after the show, regarding, I don't know, just general questions that Aniplex like fixed for the whole general audience.
Yeah.
And they said that there is a significance to the title Rebellion. Like coming like this was answered by the producers, the executive producer of Shaft.
Yeah.
And also Iwakami-sensei?
I believe so.
And then the other one was the producer of the movie itself, Rebellion.
Yeah.
And yeah, they said pretty much there is rebellion throughout the movie. That's one of the themes, one of the significant themes. So be sure to look out for that if you do pick up this movie. Overall, in terms of what I think from coming from this movie, it does bring something new to the table, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But then, but whatever's at the table, it doesn't. It looks appealing, but then the taste comes out more, icky. Sometimes there are some people who will like it, and some people who won't, and some people will think it's like bittersweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes more bitter or more sweet. Like I said, it is a thinking movie. It is a thinking movie, and based on how you see this movie, you'll come out in different emotions. It's not one or the other like most movies,
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Okay, again, like I said, it's hard for me to judge this movie because so many of the things that went into it were excellent. I already mentioned the animation was beautiful. My favorite scene was the gun battle.
Oh, I think that was everyone's favorite scene. It was gun kata, frickin' Kill Bill, man.
Yeah, you can do
It was superb.
everything. Obviously, everything went into that scene was excellent.
Yeah.
And music, of course, excellent. I didn't get a chance to mention this, but I want to say it real quick. I love the Witch's art style. I loved it from the second I first saw it in the original Madoka series. And the reason I loved it was it reminded me so much of like a twisted, like Terry Gilliam type animation.
Danganronpa. It's just like that. Like when they go into detention.
Yeah, that's also a twisted Terry Gilliam style animation too. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, it pretty much like has that same flavor, and they totally turned it up to 11.
Things about it are wonderful, and I'll admit that part of the story, like the part that eventually gets revealed halfway as to like what's going on like with everything in the world.
Yeah.
That evolved, for me, that felt like it evolved naturally out of the conclusion of the series. Like, because it makes sense considering who all the characters are involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The very end, that's one of those things where it's like, does it, I'm not really sure if it made sense.
It didn't really make any sense to me either. I bet the majority of people who came out of that theater did not know what was going on. Really.
It was that, like I said, and it's not me who's always said this, but I do think endings are important.
Yeah.
And
because you need that sense of closure.
A sense of closure is most important, not necessarily if it's happy or sad.
Yeah.
But this ending, I don't know how naturally I felt it evolved out of everything else. An ending should feel like a culmination of everything that came before it. This, I don't know how much it felt like that.
It's more of an aftertaste. It doesn't.
And honest to God, felt like it came out of nowhere for me.
Yeah. So, and again, but then keep in mind that this has been nominated for the animation section for the Academy Awards.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, sure, it needs to go through the Academy itself, but then please keep in mind that this is, I guess you could say, Oscar worthy, but then deserving itself of the Oscar trophy itself, maybe not. Who knows what the Academy thinks, but then, it is on their list. So, you should probably give it a try, in all honesty.
I'll say this. It's a movie that deserves to be seen. Because if you're gonna talk about it, you need to at least have seen it, and I can't really tell you what to think about it because, in all honesty, I'm not entirely sure what to think. And I think that if you want to know what to think, see the movie. Then you'll be just as confused as I am.
Yeah, and that I guess that pretty much wraps it up, right?
Yeah, it wraps it up, except for the most important part, the merchandising.
The merchandising. Now this is exciting. Okay, how perfect. We're at the 15-minute mark.
The merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
Yep.
That was the best line ever in Spaceballs, and it holds incredibly true here.
So if you guys don't know, the Aniplex premiere, they're actually giving away. They're selling exclusive
Not
items.
giving away.
Fuck.
No, they weren't. They weren't giving it away.
They were
$100 fucking dollars. Over $100 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
For tiny ass shit.
Yeah, but still, like, you can resell it for quite a bit of money, and I'm just saying that, you know, it's only when you sell it you make money. That's for sure. But
yeah, only.
all this is Aniplex premiere night exclusive stuff. So
yeah.
So and it comes with something that only a certain. Only the premiere people get, and certain handful of other theaters around the continental North America gets.
Yeah.
Signboards, blind boxed, or blind packaging.
Yeah.
And they give you a lithograph print, basically, of whatever, and we ended up with the same ones.
Yeah. Both with Mommy and the new character.
Oh yeah, there's a new character. But then
not much to say about her.
Not much to say about her. Her name is not Nagisa.
Not much to say about her. The movie will tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah, and in terms of other blind box items, there's
our little
keychains, phone keychains, like yeah. So it's a chance item. You can get any character, whatever, and there's also the mystery item. And I just happened to get the mystery item, and what do you know? It's the character that shows up.
I have Homura, although I did not originally get Homura. I got Sayaka, and for some reason, someone wanted to trade Homura for Sayaka,
Which was kind of stupid because everyone wanted Homura.
Homura was
the
all
Homura
ones
fan
everyone wanted.
Yeah.
I'm a big Homura fan. I'll say that flat out.
And actually, I feel pretty happy with what I pulled today too, because you know, like, heck, I asked people if they got I literally yelled out, "Hey, did anyone else get the mystery item?" And they no one said anything. So I feel lucky, you know. Who knows? Who knows? Also, it like a canvas board.
Yeah, I think I know what these are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally what I thought it is too.
Exclusive canvas board.
Yeah, just look at his. That I have the same thing.
Yeah.
And
it's all right.
A wall scroll that is way too big for me to open here, so I'm not even gonna bother.
Yeah. Remember, all this is exclusive stuff, and we might put our eBay pages below. I don't know if you plan to sell yours, but I plan to sell mine.
I spent way too much shit to sell it.
Oh, okay. And also, I think it comes with this, I guess you can say a playbook?
Whatever it is.
It like, playbill. I guess. Maybe there's probably some art inside. I don't know, I'll have to check it out. But it seems like it's worth taking a look. There's also other exclusive items, like, you know,
Yeah, all kinds of different things you can buy.
Yeah. I bought a bath towel, which has all the girls.
I got keychains. I love keychains.
I also got the Cube wristband, and as you know, this.
Yeah.
Oh, you got both the keychains? Wow, they actually look nice.
Yeah, they're totally nice, aren't they? When I saw them, it's like, oh, I want these now.
Yeah. Hey, show them.
Yeah. I don't know how I can see that, like with the glare of the
You can
lenses.
probably find it on eBay for a clear, you know. But you know, it's. I feel like. I don't know. I came out pretty happy with this haul, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'll only be really happy if I can sell all this. And oh yeah, there's also like exclusive bandanas. I got the Madoka one.
I didn't get a bandana because I knew I'd never use it.
All right, so that pretty much wraps up our whole thing. So like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook. we basically set up our new page, but during winter break we'll be working on that after finals.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, after 5. Yeah, gotta get that.
Yeah.
Gotta get back to that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be having a dead period until the 20th, and we'll be back with all those movies, the American Hustle and
And the
Smog,
Hobbit movie,
Hobbit, 47 Ronin. So
Yeah.
look forward to that, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that pretty much wraps it up.
Yeah. That just about wraps it up, except one last word. If you haven't already, watch the freaking series Madoka Magica. It deserves to be watched.
Crunchyroll, bitches, do it.
It's also on Hulu. I think that's where I first saw it.
It's also on Hulu.
Yeah, Hulu was where I first saw it, yeah.
All right. Till then, guys.